Everybody no more sleeping in bed. Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to Twisted Life of TV. Good morning. This is poetry. Of course, I am poetry. I'm not a biz. I am poetry. You are here for Travel and Talk Tuesday. Yes, child. The video look weird to me. Maybe it's my hair. It is my hair. I need some volume, some lift. Hold on for a second. I gotta get that right. Little volume and lift a bit. Okay, there we go. It looked too flat. All right, y'all. This is Travel and Talk Tuesday, where I sit here and I talk about my life and what's been going on. And it really ain't been that much, but I have not told y'all about my trip to the Geechee Islands. And so we're going to get a little bit of that experience, and then we'll talk about whatever else we could talk about on my ride to work. I should be on time today, y'all. And I got gas. You know what I'm saying? When I came home yesterday, baby, I had 4 miles before I ran out of gas. Well, actually, when I left work, not before I came home. I was praying I was going to get to a gas station, because both of the gas stations from my job were like 2 miles away. And I had to put the air on, because it was like 100 degrees when I got off work. It was 5 o'clock p.m. It was 100 degrees. It was over 100 in this car. I was like, I got to put the air on just to cool the car off. But if I got the air on, then it running out of gas more. Actually, you know what? I had 9 miles. By the time I made it to the gas station, I had 4 miles left, child. Woo! I know Jay Tripp, if he watching this video, he was like, I know he's sitting here saying, didn't I tell your ass about that gas? Which he has many times before. Right now, I got a half tank. So we straight. So, if y'all did not run out and go pick up your honey butter lip gloss that I was showing y'all last week, you better. No, I'm just kidding. No, but for real, stop on over to www.sivadbauty.com and find you a product that you love that's going to help nourish and treat your skin. I don't have on my honey butter this week. I had it on all last week. But this week, you know what I'm saying? It's still about the honey, baby. It's still about the honey. Honey is a very nourishing product. It helps exfoliate the skin. It helps tighten pores. It helps hydrate the skins. So, a lot of y'all have been complimenting me on my skin this past few months or so. And I told y'all I've been creating new products and I've been trying out new things. But what I've been using the most is my Honey Dew and Hyaluronic Acid facial toner. Y'all see, I'm almost out. This was my display bottle for when I was taking my pictures. And I started using it. And I'm almost out, baby. See, not only am I feeding my body with water, I'm feeding my skin with water, because honey is a natural humectant, which means that it pulls water in from the atmosphere, right? And it hydrates your skin. Now, with the addition of hyaluronic acid, don't think of battery acid, because it ain't like this. This is a good acid for your skin. Your body naturally makes hyaluronic acid, but our skin could use some help, especially when you in hot climates like Florida or cold climates like up north and stuff like that. You know, the hyaluronic acid helps draw in more water to your skin. You know what I'm saying? More water. So you got that honey pulling it in, pow. And then you got the hyaluronic acid added on top of it, pow. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're doing. You're feeding your skin. You're nurturing your skin. You're giving your skin water and hydration, so your skin can look healthier, feel healthier, feel less dry, feel less itchy, feel less irritated. If you got rosacea, if you got eczema, this the type of stuff that'll help you soothe all of those skin irritations, baby. Go and get you some honey and hyaluronic acid facial toner. Now, I follow this up with the honey and aloe with hyaluronic acid facial serum immediately after. So after you put on your toner, you know what I'm saying, you make sure you wipe that into your face, so exfoliate your pores, open your skin up, let them breathe and everything like that, so it can help soak in the moisture. You know what I'm saying? Wait a few minutes, just a couple, 2-3 minutes, you know what I'm saying? And then you can apply your moisturizer or your facial oil or your facial serums. You can apply that, you know what I'm saying, to your skin. Now, some serums can only be used at night, or should only be used at night, but still, this one is a day or nighttime thing. Now, I know all my vegan people, y'all like, I can't use no honey on my face. It come from bees. I understand that. I got this in different flavors for your skin, baby. Different flavors, you know what I'm saying? Because we feeding our skin. So you got the different flavors. We got the cucumber and basil. cools and tight. It does all kind of stuff. Helps you with dark circles and fine lines and wrinkles and stuff like that. We also got the rose, honey. Coming up roses on your face. I'm saying beautifully scented rose, all natural. It's natural. Even my preservative that I use is a natural preservative, baby. I'm just saying. Get you some. Okay, off to the PSA. Off the commercial. So, my 50th birthday was June 3rd, child. My 50th birthday was June 30th. June 3rd. Lord Jesus, I said June 30th. June 3rd. Gemini season is in full effect. I'm so excited this morning. I don't know why. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. Woo! Yes. Okay, so I decided to take myself to the Geechee Islands. And as y'all know, my mother came with, we got a couple pictures with her. I didn't get her on video though. So right before we got to go to the islands, you know what I'm saying? I got my car worked on, paid $200-300 for a tune-up and all kind of other stuff. Remember I had to address the check engine thing. Baby, the check engine light came back on. Came back on the day before I was supposed to leave. So I'm up here driving 200-300 miles in this vehicle of transportation, not knowing if I'm gonna have any type of issues with the doggone car because now my check engine light came on. Again, we made it though. We trucked on. I said, you know what? I got enough money in my pocket that if I need to rent a car to get back home, I shall do that. But we taking this car. I had already let my car reservation that I had booked expire because I was supposed to pick that car up on Tuesday night, and it's now, no, was I supposed to pick up yeah, I could have got the car reservation. It was booked for Tuesday night. Why did I think it was booked for Monday? It don't even matter anymore, child. Okay, so we head out, right? We head out maybe like 20-30 minutes later than we supposed to, because we forgot some shit, had to come back to the house, had to get some gas, stop and stuff like that. And we rolled on up. We stopped up in Jacksonville, Florida, y'all. Got to meet my boo, Phone Jones. Hey girl, hey. So I got to meet Phone Jones, man. I swear, we thought we'd been knowing each other for 10 years. I ain't even been on YouTube for 10 years. But we have been knowing each other at least 6 or 7 years, and I moved to Florida, 4.5, almost 5 years ago now, and we have never met. Now Jacksonville is only like 2 hours away from Orlando, and I believe there was one time, maybe like when I was here a year or two, that she was gonna try to come down here. I forgot what happened, and then one time I was gonna try to come up there. I forgot what happened. We finally met each other, y'all, and she is just the same person as she is on the YouTube screen. Okay, that she showed on YouTube, she is that person in person, which is why I fell in love with her in the first place. Hey girl, hey. Yes, my boo. Okay, so she treated me and my mom's to lunch. I think we went to California Pizza Kitchen. Okay, I could swear, I don't know if I had that pizza before, but baby, they had this salad. I don't know if it was me just feeding for lettuce, because I've been having some fantastic salads lately. I've been getting the chicken Parmesan salad from Wendy's. That shit is like heaven. The lettuce is so fresh, and I didn't realize until yesterday, because I bought one yesterday. They cook the chicken when you place your order. So it's like freshly made right then and there. Baby, that salad is so good. Okay, so when we at California Pizza Kitchen, and I'm like a white sauce type of salad dressing person, or if I do an oil, I need a creamy, something like a creamy Italian. I do that. But vinaigrettes have never been my damn thing, because the vinegar in it, I just can't stand the taste of vinegar. I can't stand the smell of vinegar. So if I smell it or taste it in my food, it's like I'm done, right? But that's all they had available. Well, they didn't have. They had ranch too. But they had a vinaigrette that sounded good, and I was like, I'm gonna try it. And dude was like, it's good, trust me. Okay, was it like an orange something vinaigrette? I need to look at their menu again, child, because that was good. If they can sell it by the bottle, I have to buy that. That damn dressing was so fucking fire. The salad was so fucking fire. That's all I talked about. I mean, we talked, we conversated, we conversed, whatever. We had a conversation. But I was still talking about the damn dressing and the salad almost the whole time. I know folks, PJ had to be looking like, girl, it's just a salad. It's lettuce. That's all it is. I know she was thinking in her mind. She just didn't want to say it. But anyway, so when we left there, apparently I made a wrong turn somewhere. I don't know what it was. Because we left there, it was 2 o'clock. So we should have been at our destination at 4. But when I got in the car, my GPS said we weren't going to get there to 6. I was like, how is it going to be another 4 hours from Jacksonville when the whole trip wasn't supposed to be done but 4.5 hours? So somewhere along the line, I made a wrong turn on one of them their highways. I'm saying, I don't know which one it was. So the GPS is taking us along. We get down to South Carolina, and where the Geechee Islands, the main one I wanted to go to was the St. Helena Islands, because that was the place that was like the focal point for the TV show Gullah Gullah Island. So that's where I wanted to go. We driving along, and our GPS takes us in the middle of an area. That's what I'm gonna call it, an area. And there was tall trees and unkept bushes and grass, giraffe high, and swamps and marshes and swamps and marshes. And every once in a while you see a person walk through, right? And that person that walked through, I'm finna be judgmental. I'm gonna let y'all know right now, I'm finna be judgmental. That person that walked through was reminiscent to me of somebody that stuck in the 1950s or prior. Just like antebellum Southern in garb, just, with the, how they portray us in the movies, the dirty, unbuttoned shirt, the pants that's been cropped off at the knees, the flip-flops on, just getting through life, but still happy at the same damn time. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of, we saw a couple people like that, just a couple. People out in the yard, sitting there, looking out in the yard with the long straw hanging from their mouth, they chewing on, wondering, who the fuck are you? Because they know you don't live over here, okay? That's how they was looking. And we was like, where the fuck are we at? That's exactly our first thought. We done made a wrong turn. This ain't where we supposed to be. It damn sure wasn't nowhere near a hotel. Okay, so I looked up, and we got out of there and got to the closest place that we saw was a hotel, which was back in Beaufort. Did we go to Walmart first? We went to Walmart first. I forgot why we needed to go to Walmart. Oil. My car kept burning oil real fast. We went to Walmart first, buy some oil or something. I don't know. No, I was buying a media card for my camera, because we had a tour scheduled the next day, and I wanted to make sure I got in on that tour, got the video footage. So we went there to buy a media card for my camera. And I asked one of the young ladies at the counter, I said, is there any hotels over here in St. Helena? Because that's where we still at. And she was like, no, you got to go back over to Beaufort. So that's why nobody could tell me where to stay at in St. Helena. They had like a one house, I believed, that you could book, but they usually use it for big events like weddings and things like that. So there was no hotel stay in St. Helena. You definitely had to go back towards Beaufort to get a hotel. So anybody that want to know that, when you try to go visit the Geechee Islands in St. Helena, ain't nowhere you can stay. If you don't know no family there, no people there, you ain't staying over in the Geechee Islands. Okay. So we head back over to Beaufort, and my mom was like, okay, so where the island at? I was like, we just left it. She was like, there was no damn island. I said, there was island. It's surrounded by water. The ocean is right there. I'm saying, what is that? The Atlantic Ocean? It's right there. She said, I ain't seen no island. There was no island. We and her debating back and forth whether or not there's an island. I swear, we pulling up the GPS, like, see all that water right there? But in my mind too, I'm like, I didn't see no island either. Because they told me I was going to have to catch a ferry to go over. That's a lie. It's just a road. Just a straight road to drive over there. That's all it was. And I had also decided that I was going to go to the base that I went to boot camp at, MCRD Paris Island. I was going to go there. And they have a museum. And I heard that my platoon was in the museum. So that was also on my agenda. I said, oh, it's right here. So I could add more stuff to my trip. Because remember, I didn't have no plan. So I was going to add more stuff to my trip. So we made up our mind. We're going to go to Paris Island. And we just going to tack that on to one of the days. Only thing I knew for sure is that on my birthday, I just want to spend the entire day on the beach. That's all I knew for sure. So we ended up getting us a little hotel in Beaufort. They had graduations going on. Not only was the Marine Corps graduation going on down in Paris Island, the St. Helena, the Geechee Islands, had 2 high school graduations going on. So hotels were booked. Because again, you ain't staying on St. Helena Island, so you got to get hotels in Beaufort. And we looked up and got us a nice hotel over in Beaufort. People was real nice and friendly. I got to use my Espanol, y'all. I got to use my Espanol. There was a lady there at the desk, spoke nothing but Spanish, and they couldn't find her reservation. And they kept trying to talk to her. They was trying to talk to her through Google Translate, this, that, the other. And she understood the Google Translate because they had it where we were speaking to her, but they couldn't understand what she was saying back to them. Baby, I jumped in, threw my cape on, and the translated this lady to Spanish for her. We helped get her reservation together and stuff. I felt so proud of myself because I still was speaking broken Spanish. But I spoke enough Spanish to know that her reservation wasn't for the day that she had. And I spoke enough Spanish to know that she had already called up there and talked to somebody, and they told her everything was fine and she can come on through. That she had already paid for it in advance. I had all that. The problem was, y'all, you know, with a lot of Spanish people, they have like multiple last names. So whoever booked her reservation booked her first name as her last name, child. And that's why they couldn't find her reservations. I felt so proud of myself. I did. So next day we went back for this tour. And, try to prove to my mama that this indeed is an island. And I was like, once we get on this tour, we're going to see it. It's an island. We're going to see it. We never did see that it was island, even though we know we was on an island. It's called the Low Country. And they say it's because it's below sea level is why it's called the Low Country. But me personally, I was like, remember I told y'all that they fighting against developing in the area. I understand wanting to hold ownership of the land that you were given from slavery. I understand that land ownership is like pivotal in the United States. So that I got 100%. What I don't understand is why y'all not trying to develop the area for yourselves. A lot of the homes had possibly storm damage from previous hurricanes, but a lot of these homes seem like they still was living in the 1950s and 60s. Like there was no improvement. House sitting up on you know, the homes are sitting up. I ain't gonna say on stilts. They sitting up on something where they got the thing where all the possums and stuff can get underneath your house, and the snakes and people can hide underneath your house. They have that type of thing. A lot of them are trailer homes. You see every once in a while a brand new home built there. Every once in a while, not many. And it looked weird because they were sitting on this land, and then you got these 15 either cabins, shacks, or trailers sitting on this property. And all of that was their family. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the Geechee people, they kept together. Your whole family is on that land, which I appreciate that. I love that. But I just didn't, that's the only thing I didn't understand. Because first, when we was going through the tour and she was trying to explain to us about the development, because Anna LA had told me about Hilton Head, and around the area on the outskirts and some of these areas, some of these little smaller islands have been developed, basically turned into tourist spots. were resorts and things of that nature. And that's what they are fighting against. I 100% understand that. Like I said, I just didn't understand why you still didn't want to like upgrade your property, because one of the things she was explaining in the tours is that these people don't have a lot of money. They eat off the land, they eat out the sea, and they still struggling. I don't see why. It's so much land, so much farmland. You as a people should be able to better monetize your situation without having big developers come in. One, throw up a fucking hotel for people who want to come visit and learn about the culture, people who want to come to your graduations and things like that. Have somewhere for somebody to stay that ain't part of the community, you know what I'm saying? And invite in, not necessarily tours, but at least visitors, where everybody ain't going to spend their money in Beaufort. Even like the restaurants, there was a few places that it's two black owned restaurants that we were made aware of in the Geechee Islands. Now the islands is 92% owned by black people, and there's only 2 restaurants owned by black people. Didn't make no fucking sense to me. And I'm trying to support the black businesses. So I got a recommendation. Damn, I can't remember who gave me the recommendation about going to Saltwater restaurant. We saw that, but it was not one of the ones that was owned by the black owners of the island. So we didn't go there. But the place we went to was actually, the food was good. I had grouper for the first time, but it was pretty good. But the other place I was kind of skeptical about going to, because it just didn't look sanitary. I'm one of the people that when I go to a place, I don't care if it's a local place or a local establishment, I'm not finna eat someplace that I feel like my health may be in jeopardy. And that's just the look of the place. The food may have been outstanding, because the tour person said that she loved the food there. It's mainly soul food type of dishes. I know that I would have been very judgmental in my mindset inside the establishment itself, because I couldn't get inside the establishment. And that would have made my food taste worse. So, I mean, just a fresh coat of paint. I'm just saying, cut the fucking grass. Something that makes the place look inviting to people. I can't tell what type of food you sell, because there's nothing indicating really what it is. If I hadn't learned from the tour person, I wouldn't know which food you had. So other than the tour was very informational. We learned a lot about Penn College, one of the first HBCUs, pretty much. That's basically what it was. We learned about the Port Royal War and how, they was able to run the soldiers off the island and protect the island. We learned that a lot of the Geechee families that are still remaining, remember when they said they was going to give us 40 acres and a mule? Well, they didn't get 40 acres, but they got some acres. Most people got about 12 acres of land, and they are still holding on to a majority of that land. I honestly didn't know that anybody got any acre at all. At all. So that was news to me. So we learned about that. We was only able to go inside of one place because a lot of those buildings are being restored. And or the tour agency that we signed up with didn't have the authority to go inside. The one place you did have authority to go inside of, we went inside. We saw the house or the building at the Penn School where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was writing his I Have a Dream speech. We saw that. We heard all the good stories about the families, about the streets, about, we did get to go inside of one of a Church of Praise house. And hear the backstory about how they were converted over to Christians, but at the same time still maintain a lot of the African cultures, which is a lot of stuff that we still do today, like, you know, the prayer bench and things like that. We learned about that. But what was disappointing for me is that I really didn't get to, like, I thought we was gonna meet the mother, because there's still an island mother that's there, who's like pretty much, I would call her the tribe mother. I thought we was gonna get to meet her or someone there that could, you know, connect us with the culture, other than the lady that was giving us our tour. That didn't happen. And I was looking on the board on the reviews. They were saying how she was a native of the area. She's not a native of the area. Her father was a native of the area. She moved to the area as a teenager, but I mean, she's been there since she was a teenager, but somebody that was born on that land, that's who I was expecting her to be. Her mother normally gives the tours too. Her mother wasn't there. Her mother, I think, was born there. But my main goals, because they talk about the Geechee Islands, and they talk about how the people there are still so connected to the cultures that we had in Africa and the history in Africa, and that's what I wanted to learn. And I didn't. I still learned about what happened post-slavery. That's what I learned about. What happened during slavery and post-slavery. And I wanted to learn about the connection to Africa. If these people are the ones who held on so closely to the African history and culture, what information did y'all return from Africa that you can share with the lost diaspora? You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted to know. And I didn't get any of that at all. We went to an art museum, which really was a store who was selling artwork. But her building said art museum, Geechee Art Museum. It was a store. Because everything in there was for sale. It was basically a gift shop. That's what it was. And I had asked her about that, and she got offended. Like, we know about our culture. I said, yeah, could you share something in to connect us to Africa? What did y'all return from Africa? What kingdoms are you able to share about? What, you know, things like that. Nah, she told me if some movie out there, you go watch this movie, and in the movie they talk about it. So my experience itself with what I was expecting to go learn was nothing. It was not there at all. But I still was making the best out of my vacation. I said I was going to enjoy my time. So I had quickly decided that after our tour, we was leaving. There was no reason for me to stay there. There was nothing to do. There was no beaches in that area. And people kept telling me that the Geechee Islands have beaches that are reminiscent of the Bahamas. They forgot that the Geechee Islands go a long way. It go from Florida up to North Carolina. So this particular part, St. Helena, didn't have what I was looking for. But the waiter gave us trying to give us directions to a beach that he said nobody knows about, only local people know about. It's not on the map anywhere. You know me, I'm adventurous. Let's go, right? So we trudging along, and he gave us directions, and we found his directions. And child, I don't know where the fuck we was at. We wasn't in the spot that we had stopped in the first day on the GPS, but we wasn't nowhere safe. I was down the road, and I wasn't sure if it was gonna bust out my goddamn tires, and I couldn't call nobody because we lost cell phone signal, child. We didn't have internet signal, we didn't have GPS signal, none of that shit was going on. We lost all signal, and we could not find this fucking beach that he said find. We went right to because he even pinpointed it on my GPS, but fuck, the GPS went out, so we didn't go out till later. GPS didn't go out till we started trying to come back out of there. So we never found the place that he was talking about. But what we did find was where all the 8% of white people live that didn't want us there. Baby, it was Trump signs everywhere. Just posted up every damn word. But we going down this road. We wasn't getting bothered or anything like that. But once we realized that the road was taking us to a dead end, to a private property that we couldn't go on, I don't know where this young man was taking us to. I felt kind of sketchy because he asked us, what y'all finna get into? We was like, we finna go to a beach. He said, well, I got one for you. Like, that's what he said. And I felt kind of weird about it anyway. And so we driving down this road, and I decided, okay, we need to go back. I'm trying to go back the way we came, if I can remember, because we was back up in the thickets of the woods, y'all. We was in the thicket. And as we turned around, there was a truck coming towards us. This was a tight road, but we still could pass each other, just go slow. Hell, I was going 5 miles an hour anyway, because like I said, the road was so filled with debris and stuff from falling from trees and dirt pool and all that stuff. I was like, okay. So, and plus dirt was out there. They could dash across the road. So we coming past in this truck, and they went real slow. We went real slow. The lady that was driving looked down at us like, fuck are y'all? You know what I'm saying? That's how she looked. Understandable. We turned. I saw a school bus. I said, I'm finna follow the school bus out. So I know we can get out for sure. And my mom was like, well, what if the school is up in here? And I was like, ain't no school up in here. They only got 2 schools. We passed the 2 schools on the main road. So I'm following the school bus to get back out. The school bus was moving, baby. It wasn't doing 5 miles an hour, so it lost us. I don't know if he was trying to rush up out of there too, but it lost us. And then I looked in the rearview mirror. The car that passed us had turned around. And not only had it turned around, it had stopped at the edge of the street. And, so here's the street. It stopped this way. So, and it's basically blocking the road. If I wanted to go back out there where I couldn't, because they was blocking the road. And they sat there. You see in the movies, they gun and they rev their engine and once a good time. And I keep going straight down this road that I'm on. I'm like, the fuck? Right? You know what I'm saying? If I pay attention, noticing this motherfucker ain't never left off that damn road. And then another car come towards us. Hella motherfucking slow. Right? They looked at us. They stopped. Now me and my mama like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? I got video. We recorded video of it. But eventually, we got out of there. They didn't follow us out because we got to the main road that we initially was riding on before we ended up in the thickest of the woods. We finally got to that goddamn road and looked up in the rear view, and they turned around and pulled off. I was like, all my life I had to fight baby, I got a bat in my car. We had knives, and I got a knife and door. I was ready, honey. I was ready. So, anyway, child, we left. We tried to go to MCRD, Paris Island. Couldn't get in because I didn't have my car registration. I ain't never known the base to ask for car registration. License and insurance. That's all they ever ask for, and they do a search of the car. I didn't have my registration, so I couldn't go to Paris Island. I couldn't go see the Marine Corps thing. But it was a good thing because I just said I had weapons in the fucking car, and I didn't even think about that. So if they had did the search of the vehicle, they would have found all kind of weapons in this motherfucking car. And I don't know what the military would have did at that particular time. Because they already different. There was some different shit than they had did before anyway. So Anna LA we was talking on I think Facebook or YouTube. We was talking on one of the things, and she had mentioned that her family used to take her to Hilton Head all the time. Now Hilton Head again is one of the developed areas that the St. Helena is trying not to become, baby. Y'all need to get some of that. Some of it, you ain't got to completely develop. Y'all need to get some of that. St. Helena Island was beautiful. Oh, we went to Hunting Island too, where we saw the big ass lighthouse and shit. If you're on my Facebook page, did I put them on Instagram now? You can see the big lighthouse. I need to put some pictures about Instagram. That beach was actually nice too, but the one in Hilton Head was just beautiful. Just beautiful. Thank you, Anna LA, for putting that in my mind to take my butt down there. And I enjoyed the rest of my birthday down in Hilton Head. I'm already at work, child. I talked too much about the other stuff. I was going to talk to y'all about my birthday dinner. We went to a gourmet, I could tell y'all a little bit about it. We went to a gourmet fine dining place, right? Cowboy Brazilian restaurant. Started at $50 a head. And so I'm finna treat myself. That's what I'm saying. It's my fucking birthday. It's my 50th. I'm gonna go ahead and go out and spend $50 for some food. Off the rip, you know what I'm saying? And we get down there, and they brought me a chunk of food, y'all. I swear, it was this big. Because I put it in my hand. I know it was that big. Well, first we had to get our sides. We got our sides and everything. And we sat down, and 15, 20 minutes later, ain't nobody came with no meat, no proteins. Because they walk around the proteins to you, right? Ain't nobody came with 15, 20 minutes later, so now my mashed potatoes cold. I done finished my damn salad. I'm like, what the fuck, right? And somebody came and finally said, how was our meal? I was like, we ain't had shit. And so then all of a sudden, food started rolling out, but that man brought that little chunk of food. I was like, what the fuck is this? He said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get you to it. I ate those, I swear, before he walked away from the table. That's how small they was. And then nobody else came back for another 15 minutes with another little small chunk of shit. I was like, what the fuck is this? I did not gain no weight that night. It wasn't like it was like exquisite tasting. Like, you know, you see people eating Gordon Ramsay food, they be like, oh, like melting. No, it was just okay. I could have did it myself at the crib. I mean, the garlic steak was good, but other than that, like, I could have cooked that at home. But it was my birthday. I was treating myself. The beach stir was lovely. The beach stir was lovely. I didn't go with the dolphins because the beach stir was lovely. So, yeah, child. Let me get my button to work. I was on time, but now I sat here and talked a little few extra minutes, and now I'm going to be late going to the building. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Peace.